So you want to know how to fillet bluegills, fillet panfish, other types of sunfish, stuff like that. I had a subscriber request that I make a video showing how to fillet these things. Plenty of ways to do it. You can cut the head off, scale them, leave them whole, fry them up like that. Get tired of eating them like that sometimes. They taste really good, but there's a whole lot of bones to eat around and everything like that. I'm just going to show you how to fillet them really fast. So that's what we're doing here. Got a shell cracker right here, have some decent meat on it. So what I'm gonna do, I don't scale it or anything. I take my electric fillet knife, and you can take a normal knife too. This is just a little quicker. Stick this knife right here. See this little gill spot on them? Right behind the fin, right behind the gill spot. And you're gonna cut diagonally, okay? So cut down until you feel a little resistance. Try not to cut through the spine. Go until about there. Then I'm going to angle down and slice, running along the spine, trying to get as much meat as possible, and slice not all the way through the tail, but until about a ½ inch from the tail. So you're just trying to keep your knife blade flat and applying slight pressure like this so that you stay as close to those bones as possible. Then you've got this, and then what I'm going to do, don't cut all the way through, but just get it started and hold this part flat against the cutting board, and you're going to push down and do the same thing. Keep your knife blade flat, tiny sawing motions if you're using a fillet knife. That's one fillet right there with a little bit of bones. I'll show you how to take the bones out. Bigger fish, you'll get bigger fillets. I had some nice ones, but I let them go. I wanted to keep some big fish out there in that pond. I figured this one would be good enough to show. This fish had swallowed a hook, so it wasn't going to make it. So I figured why let it go to waste. Again, stop about a ½ inch before you get down there. Fold it over like this. Get it started. Hold it flat. Apply a little pressure, and what you're doing here, you're cutting off the skin. But it has all the scales on it. So there's the two fillets. So you got your two fillets right here. Like I said, bigger fish will have bigger fillets. And then you're just going to cut, these are the ribs. I'm just going to cut towards the ribs. Try to stay close to the ribs as possible. Sometimes that whole thing will come off, and it's fine. You want as much meat as you can get from this fish. The whole thing basically came off right there. So there's one good fillet right there. Have a bowl or a bag handy to put them in. Do the same thing on the other side, and be careful. Cut that whole thing off. There's the other fillet, and that shell cracker, it tastes really good, better than bluegill in my opinion, but do the same thing with bluegill, crappie, or any type of sunfish. Sure, it'd work with perch as well. We don't really have those around here in Missouri. So what you're going to do next, if you are planning on not eating it for a while, go ahead and stick it in a bag, get all the air out, and put it in the freezer. If you're planning on eating it the next day, put it in some water in a bag and a little bit of salt in there. And if you're planning on eating it right away, then just go inside, wash it, and get ready to cook it up. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to pan fry it real quick so you guys can see what the finished product looks like. So let's get inside, wash this off, and pan fry these fillets.